Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich, playing as the United Kingdom. We have been playing the Democratic Crusader pretty aggressively as of late in South America and also Central America, forcing a lot of people into the Entente. Our faction's looking pretty darn large and powerful right now. In fact, we're doing the same thing to the Kingdom of Spain as we speak, just popping in here from Portugal and southern France, Aquitaine region, and now we're just going to start pushing and killing them all because we can. Why not turn these guys into a proper republic? I mean, they already had a civil war and kind of decided they were going to go down the whole kingdom route, but I disagreed with that fundamentally. Also, they have Gibraltar, and I'm not okay with that, so we're going to say absolutely no. What else should we be doing with my political power at the moment? Well, we could go for a bunch of investments in some folks. That would be good. I don't like these recruitment missions. I'm going to get rid of all of this. Don't care about that. And then we have the ability to apparently invite a bunch of people into the Five Eyes program. I don't know what inviting them does. I'm guessing it lets them have like an extra spy or some sort of extra power. Actually, did I just gain like 100 power? I don't know if that's a thing as well. I don't know, but whatever, we did it, it's cool. Let's go for things like psychological warfare so we have more compliance game. Fun thing about compliance in Kaiserreich, since you rarely are directly occupying territory yourself, it's usually not that important, right? You'll occupy territory during a war, but once that's done, it's not like you're sustaining it long term, you're kind of gonna give that stuff away, right? And release a new nation. So military police, compliance gain, resistance reduction, not as important as it used to be. All right, we now have access to better nuclear tech. That sounds great. Let's go for an extra research slot. Because having nukes sooner than anyone else is probably a really good idea, if we can pull that one off. Let's invest even further in the US, because they totally need it, am I right? Yeah. I am trying to train up more units still. We have more spies on the way. I'm going to have 9 by the time that we are done with this. Let's see. That's not bad. You're even better, though. A linguist who's well-groomed and a natural orator. Perfect. Go ahead and pick this guy up over here, and let's start spying on, I guess, continue building up the spy network faster in Germany, since we're a bit slow there. But I do want to start setting up a collaboration government, for example, with France over here. And we'll go ahead and send both of our French spies, because once we've got at least one level of that, I think I don't really care too much about the rest. I'm probably going to ignore France. I just want them to capitulate quickly. Then we'll start spying on Austria. If I have the time to get collaboration governments built up in the German Empire and in the United States of Greater Austria, the two big players of the Reichspact, then the war event against them is going to go really, really fast. Knocking out France even faster just gets me into their front door a little bit quicker. That's kind of the idea behind all that, so we'll see what ends up happening there. But that does mean we still have at least another year or so before I'm going to be able to go to war against these guys if I want to have those collaboration governments. I am starting to build some railways and supply hubs down over here in Tripoli, because I fully anticipate that since I have a lot of time to kill, we might just attack the Cairo Pact and see if we can just add them into the Entente fold, right? Taking over Cyrenaica, wherever you say that, plus taking over Egypt, that gives me a backdoor to take out Syria real quick, as well as a new ally to fight over a lot of the German holdings in Africa, just so I don't have to worry about that theater at all, because obviously my primary goal is taking out the Reichspact in Europe. By the way, I did notice that apparently Netherlands is not in the Reichspact, so I actually will have a source of rubber, even when this war does break out. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, I think what we're going to end up doing is having a good number of troops up here in northern Italy. We'll want to push into France very quickly. We might do a naval invasion from London to take out France even faster, and I would like to have some troops up in Sweden just to capitulate these guys quickly, then start pushing through Denmark, and we will hopefully be able to start pushing against Austria and then hit Germany from 2 different directions, while they're also committed with a lot of their troops on a large front line over here against the Russians. As long as the Russians are still around, it's going to be pretty easy for me to hit them. They'll be fighting on way too many fronts, just like Germany in real life was fighting on way too many fronts, and it ended up being a major problem. Let's go ahead and toss these troops in over here, give them a railway gun. By the way, I wouldn't mind being able to make railway guns faster now that I actually know that I can transport those over into Europe. We definitely want to have at least a few of those so I can get plenty of bombardment. I don't remember what the exact cap is. It's something like 2 or 3 railway guns per, like, area is the most bombardment you can get, I think. Might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. Anything else really good right now? Visible ink, interrogation. maybe try to capture enemy operatives a little bit faster, though I don't even know really if the Germans are even trying to spy on me, if I'm completely honest. Why have you guys not taken Madrid? Because I'm pretty sure if you guys take Madrid, it's over. Just take Madrid. Okay, we're attacking from multiple... Look at that, look how easy they caved. All right, there goes Madrid, and now they're gone. See how much easier that was? All right, fine. All right, so let's just go ahead and take whatever I can over here. I'd like to deny France and Portugal from taking very much. Though it looks like Portugal did take Rio de Oro. Whatever that is. You know, just take all states. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna take the rest of it. So they got like an island over here or something. Or this. Oh, Rio de Oro. They took part of the coast. Whatever. Portugal wants colonies. You know, you can have it. It's fine. All right, so in a little bit we'll have an opportunity to go ahead and release them, but I do now own Gibraltar for myself, which feels real good. I'm not going to get too excited about all the extra dockyards. Some of these guys... So how much supply does a mechanized unit take compared to infantry? 1.25 as opposed to 1.16. Not much difference, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised by that. So we're going to send our mechanized down over here. And we're going to get ready for a big fight against Egypt. Takes only 30 days for us to justify on them, which I find a little interesting. I do need to train up more of these guys, and we will. That'll give me at least a full army of 24 offensive armies. It's not outstanding, but it will do the job. I might even consider getting rid of these tank divisions, only because they're not really that good. They're using pretty garbage light tanks that I'm building. I'm only building flamethrower tanks, so it's not like this actually does much. In fact, yeah, let's just go ahead and take both of these guys and swap them over to being mechanized as well. Now, for some reason, I'm not able to alter this mechanized division. I can't change it. I've tried. It says that there's another template with the same name. Weird, right? So I had to duplicate this out and create something here called Super Mecha, which I plan on using. We could probably toss on some anti-air or signal companies, but I think I'll go for anti-air here. And what I want to do is start adding in more mechanized and try to get these up toward more like 40 combat width divisions, if possible. So we can do this. This costs me 15, gets them up to 28. Pretty decent stats. Once I want to start transitioning these guys over to doing that, we'll have really good offensive armies, but unfortunately will take a lot of, what am I trying to say? A lot of equipment for sure, but other stuff too. Let's get some more fuel. I feel like I haven't been producing enough fuel out of the little oil that I've got. Let's go and make our torpedoes even better. Why not? I like better torpedoes. And with that done, let's go for the Imperial Restoration debate. I'd like to have a debate as to whether or not I should reform an empire. Bam, 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 ba-dam, bam, ba-dam. Oh, we should also consider releasing Spain. Carlists? Bourbons? Spanish Republic, get rid of a penalty that's been hurting their memories of the Republic. That sounds fun. Or we could just partition them, but you know what? Spanish Republic time. That sounds like fun. Everyone else can be a democracy. I'm the only one who's allowed to have a king. Ooh, they're purple. That's a very nice color that you've got going on there. I like it. Well done. Good for you. Okay, we are now able to go to war. I'll go ahead and do that. Call in my numerous allies. It's nice to have a lot of friends in the game, ain't it? I think so. I mean, granted, I had to get a lot of these friends at gunpoint, but I mean, don't sweat the small stuff, you know? It's fine. Call in the big old-fashioned USA, Canada, India. All these guys get a join. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, man. All right, and I'm just waiting for them to join in with Libya, which they did, which means now we're pushing, and let's see how fast we can cut through all these guys. I have really good defense when they attack me, and pretty darn good soft attack, which means we are going to absolutely crush this, and Egypt is now sending their troops over here. If we can very quickly get up to Benghazi, that would make a big difference, because supply is going to be tight out over here, for absolute sure. Going to be very, very difficult. Do we rebuild the empire? Now that the United Kingdom has been rebuilt, the question on everyone's lips is, do we rebuild the British Empire? There are many former colonies out there, either independent or held by other powers. Getting it all returned means possibly going to war for it, something the Entente will not be pleased with. It's also worth noting that the entire idea of rebuilding our colonial empire is not very popular back at home. Most people say the time for the empire is done and we should focus on the country we have now. Decolonize, gain political power, stability, market liberalism, this is good across the board. This gives me decisions to attack more people. I mean, do we need to think about it too much? I want to be an empire again, dang it. Empires are fun. We like empires. Fleet in exile. Refurbishment programs? We can refurbish our old colonial navies and bring them back into the fold? Heck yeah, man, that sounds really good. Let's do that. Oh gosh, my supply is truly abysmal over here, ain't it? Yeah, we're struggling. I'm trying to get up to Benghazi. The faster we can do this, or at least get to some other port, obviously the better. But we are a struggle bus right about now for sure. We are an absolute struggle bus. Come on, get to Benghazi. Gimli, shush! Why are you borking? Nothing's going on. Okay, IEDC review. Wow, we can invest 250 political power? That's gonna give me an outrageously good benefit, isn't it? All right, I like that. Air superiority 15%, more mission efficiency there, sounds good. We actually have some extra dockyards. Let's go for some more light cruisers off of that away. And we have finished our fleets in exile. National shipbuilding deal, make every ship cheaper? My God. All right, so the UK actually does have some pretty decent comeback mechanics. If the game goes on long, it's actually very overpowered, but obviously it's taken me until 1945 to get very far. Let's see, consumer goods, 5%. Yeah, that would get me pretty much all my civilian factories back, plus 15% more factory outputs. Really good, and resource gains, might as well. Though the extra construction efficiency wouldn't have been bad either, but this lets me just work on several different projects all at the same time. And I think the game just crashed. That's very frustrating. Okay, what is up with this? And weird, it did it again. March 7th appears to be a really bad day, and I don't think I understand why. What is going on here? You know what? I think I actually may know what's going on. I think that Russia is, yep, they're at 100% capitulation. So I think what's happening, I was noticing the 24th, right? The 24th hour of the day is when it was crashing, which basically means it's swapping over to a new day, which means it's starting a peace process, and it's a large peace process, and the game can't survive it. So I'm slowing it down to speed 2 to give the AI a little bit more time to work with some of this. Hopefully it ends up being a bit more reasonable. And now we're just going to have to sit back and wait for the peace process to complete. And this may take a while because the game isn't always super efficient. Oh, finally! Okay, that just took forever. Yeah, it's not even... Ugh, stupid peace processes. Alright. So Germany takes a frick ton of land. Finland takes some land. Transimur takes some land. And then Ukraine took a bit as well. Yeah, I just had to process this whole thing. I didn't even have enough war score and participation to even be involved in the war. Hence why it calculated the entire thing without me, which is fine. I don't mind that. I didn't want to be involved, really. But now we got to calculate the effects, and boom, there it is. All right, Transimur, looking pretty good there. Hi, bud, how you doing? Would love to have you a part of the faction, actually, if you're interested. So the German Empire is probably going to partition this, or at least release them soon. Unfortunately, this means they're not distracted in the east anymore, so when I have to fight these guys, it's going to be a bit tough. But again, I wasn't quite ready as it was, so there wasn't a whole lot more that I could do about it for at least a bit. And Egypt is gone. All right, that was relatively easy. Okay, so let's start by eating up some of this stuff. Connect all the territory we would need to get to places like Syria. I can't, never mind. All right, take what little we can then. Pass. No one else should want anything out of this, right? I mean, it's not like anyone else wanted to fight Egypt in the first place. I literally dragged y'all into this, right? So freaking leave this alone. Let me have all the war score. Let me take all the things, all right? Don't even worry about it. Are we done? Oh, no, wait. We got some desert we got to take here, too. Done. All right, now we're out of it. Thank you. We're going to release these guys to some brand new puppets. But that looks pretty good. Technically speaking, I mean, doesn't the UK actually control a lot of this stuff in Vanilla HoI4? So, I mean, if I just kept Egypt for myself, that'd be kind of fun. Unexpected turn of event. It looks like Austria has left the Reichspakt and is reforming their own faction in the Balkan region, hence why Bulgaria and Albania have joined them. So, theoretically, unless there's some sort of a guarantee system I'm not aware of, if we attack Germany, we no longer have to worry about Austria. That changes things up a little bit. I was a little bit worried that we were going to have a hard time, since we were going to be no longer have them distracted with the Russians, but this seems okay. The Russian Republic has some serious freaking border gore. Wait, there's two Russian Republics. These guys are the Russians and these guys are the Well, only one of you can be the real Russians. What the heck am I supposed to do with this, man? Confusing everyone. What do you mean I gotta demobilize my economy? I don't agree that that's necessary at all. But all right, let's go ahead and liberate these guys. Then we're gonna go ahead and liberate Egypt, both Egypt and Sudan. Sure, we'll go ahead and have two separate little guys down over here. That sounds fine. And then as far as Hejaz, we could give it to the Sultanate of Najd, but I don't see why. Let's just go ahead and release it as its own independent nation. And it looks like I do get to continue the occupation of Sinai myself for some reason. That's fun. India is trying to justify down here in the south. Awesome, good for you. Drag me into a war so I technically don't have to demilitarize my economy, please. That'd be great. Oh, no, I do have to do something with Sinai and stuff still. Ah, darn it. All right, fine. Give Sinai to Egypt, and then we're going to set up an international zone. Let's see. The Mutasarrifate of Jerusalem? Weird. Okay. I don't know what... This seems weird. International Council becomes the ruling party. You know what? No, we're just gonna go ahead and give it to Egypt. I'm not letting the international people have it. I don't know who you all are. I don't know who the international people are, but I ain't relinquishing control of anything. Frick off. No way. Oh, this is a problem. Canada cuts ties with the monarchy. With the United Kingdom restored and the King Edward restored to Buckingham Palace, the Commonwealth of Canada evidently now feels left behind, unrewarded, and forgotten once his task was complete. Okay, so the people have spoken. There was a vote, and they decided they are no longer a dominion, but a country in charge of their own governments. They are the Commonwealth of Canada, still a member of the Entente, so nothing theoretically really has changed. I would have happily returned the favor, but for some reason, you chose not to be loyal to the Empire, and therefore I'm not able to do so. You're still what I need you to be, which is to say a powerful ally that I can make use of. You were never really going to be a good puppet anyway. But that is at the same time a smidge disappointing. Just a little bit. The Canadian referendum is imminent, so with the United Kingdom restored and King Edward, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we actually got the exact same event again. Campaign hard for the vote to fail. You know what, we'll go ahead and campaign hard. I don't know how well it's gonna work. I have a very highly popular king. And I can lobby with the best of them. So, I mean, maybe. With some of this extra XP, I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead and start swapping more mechanized into this template over here. So, let's see, 28, 30, 32, toss in more 35. I can definitely make this a lot stronger. 42 isn't terrible. I'm trying to remember if like 45 is considered the optimal or what. 42 is not bad though. It's not perfect for all terrains, but it's close-ish. 21 is considered good, so this is just twice that. Yeah, seems reasonable. Okay, so let's do that. This becomes my new super mechanized offensive, and we finished training up the rest of these guys, so let me take a look at a few of you. And let's just see what it would cost me if I wanted to swap you over. A lot of mechanized, but I got lots of it. Actually, this doesn't hurt me much at all. The most costly thing here, frankly, is just the fact that it costs another 80,000 manpower. That's not too bad all in all. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that entirely. New dockyards, just get some more synthetic. There's not much to do as far as my national focus tree. It's really time to just freaking go for it and kill people now, right? Probably. You know, I am gonna just go ahead and upgrade a bunch more of them. Why not? We got the equipment for days. Logistically speaking, we're pretty darn sound, and this just means we're gonna have some truly super offensive armies in a minute. They're very good at defending people. Very, very good at it. Talented, you might even say. It says we don't have anywhere near enough of our equipment, and that's because our equipment still needs to be delivered, but that's fine. They're all in position, they're in the homelands, they'll get it pretty quick. Let's see, one of you guys go join over here, and then we'll have another railway gun join with, I don't know, you seem fine. So we gotta deliver some more of these railway guns. That's cool. I'm trying to build up lots of radar in lots of places, so we have really good coverage of all this area. Good for my fleets, good for my air force, all of that seems nice. As far as air bases, I wouldn't mind getting a few upgrades in a few key spots, where I'll be able to host a lot more planes up front. But for the most part, I don't think we have to worry about anything else here. I think we're in pretty good shape. So, do we just want to go ahead and do this? I mean, let's see. My armies, they're probably all about to go to green. I still need to wait for a lot of my stuff to get delivered. Let's see what happens once everything gets delivered. Get these guys trained up to being at least trained. Then, I don't really see a lot of reasons not to just go ahead and launch the attack. I think we should just go ahead and plan on it. Let's do it. Alright, I think it might be time to make some demands. I have absolutely no idea how well this is going to go, if well at all. I mean, the Germans are scary as frick, don't get me wrong. Like, Germany has had a long time to sit back and get a ridiculous number of factories and troops and everything else, so they're probably a lot stronger than me. The only reason I'm thinking we have a chance at beating them is because I put together a very strong alliance network, including the United States. Now, they have a lot of allies too, but most of them aren't very strong in Eastern Europe. They'll have some contribution, but the Germans are by a long shot the backbone. Russia will be scary at some point, but not until they've had a chance to do some rebuilding. So if I'm careful and about how I approach this, we might still be able to get them, but I'll be very heavily reliant on my allies. Either way, let's go ahead and demand that Germany return some colonies. Let's see what they do. I do want to declare war on Ireland, but let's see what happens with them first. So they've received my offer, they've received the demand. I don't see an option to, like, demand anything from them yet. We'll probably get a pop-up in just a moment. I don't want to demobilize my economy. So we'll be launching this in the next month. They refuse. Oh my, how very disappointing. This leaves us with little choice. Yeah. Just declare war on them. This is already the plan. Let's do it. All right. Considering our state of war, seems the promises we made at the London conference no longer are needed. Perhaps we should have known better than to parley with untrustworthy old foes. Let's also prep for the invasion of Ireland. That's going to take 20 days. There's the third Weltkriege. Yeah, that's a thing now. So he's going to be calling in his allies pretty soon. So he's going to have a lot of troops. I'm very scared about this. Haiti? Oh, right. I forgot you did have somebody down over here, didn't you? Yeah, that's fun. Hey, US, let's call you in first. Most important we get you involved in this, because you're the one who needs a lot of time to bring your troops over. We'll call in Mexico and stuff as well, but most of my other folks will be fine. There is a call all to arms thing, right? Yeah, there is. Hang on. Call all. Everyone get involved. There we go. Okay, so it says I fielded currently 11 million manpower compared to theirs. Now, that's just the Germans. They have up to 6 million set up. No, take it back. Finland's involved now, too. But you get the idea. Like, most people aren't called in, and they have that much power. That's why I'm scared of them. I assume you're going to call in France. If you don't, that does make things awkward for me. We will be launching our invasion of Ireland very soon. That'll be great. And I don't know what else to do here, aside from maybe demand a lot of territory. But, like, why bother? None of it's really worth the effort right now. Okay, other little tiny nations have been called in. There's France. All right. This is what we were looking for. Time to go. All right, you guys need to stop training, by the way. Kind of important you knock that one off. France has very little organization. That means we go aggressive. Go. Also, Switzerland hasn't been called in, but we could move your front line down a little bit and then tell you guys to go as well. And yeah, you can see here that the French are most definitely not prepared. Not doing great on air superiority over here, though. That's a little scary. Morocco's been called in. I didn't even know Morocco was an option. I didn't even pay attention to that. Well, I'll let France deal with them in a little bit. Probably. Yeah, France is weak right now. This is a great time to go ahead and hit them on the back heel. Then we'll launch a naval invasion in a little bit. Just waiting here on Ireland. Should have clicked this button sooner. Didn't realize it was going to take this long. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take the fleet. Tell you to do naval invasion support here. By the way, all subs, go ahead and go on patrol. I have no idea how big their navy is. I'm willing to bet it's huge. We'll go for patrol, though, and let's hope that my superior stealth really is as good as people say. So, naval invasion support is what I'm going for here. The fleet is on its way, and then we're going to launch. We should have naval superiority, at least in the areas I care about. So let's launch all of you, and let's land in northern France and start hitting them hard. A lot of troops landing over here, and he has almost no defenses. France is weak. Good. Nuclear bombs. All right. So now we have access to some of those. We are working on the upgraded fighters, jet fighters. Could start working on upgraded bombers if I want to go down this tech. And since I don't have a lot else to do that's more important, I'm okay with that. So come on, let's just go ahead and land a bunch of troops now. I want to start pushing along the coast. Here we go. Help out over there. You get down over here, grab that. Sweden's finally been called in. Green, go. Start hitting them in every direction. Okay. So how long until Ireland? 11 days. We'll worry about that in a little bit. Starting to lose a little gas against France over here, but for the most part, it's going okay. We are pushing very successfully in this direction. Retaking quite a bit of land. You guys help over here. You guys work your way down here. We're going to want to take out people like Brittany pretty quick. You get down over here. You get over here. So far, Flanders Wallonia, i.e. Belgium, has not been called in. Don't imagine that'll last long. Let's go ahead and clean this all up real quick. I want all of you assigned to a front line like this. There we go. Your goal, push down along the river over here, and then get down to Brittany. Okay. Perfect. The Navy no longer is needed over here, so we're going to pull back there and tell them to do naval invasion support here. So as soon as we're able to fight against Ireland, we do. I'm not sending very many troops, but I'm also hoping we don't need very many. Yeah, France is going to fall apart. The Germans were not prepared to defend on that front at all. And if we can crush France, I'll be in a pretty good spot to make some pushes over here. Pretty darn good spot. Are we at war now with Ireland? No, 6 days. Okay. Deploy refurbished ships. 12 ports. Sorry, destroyers at London. Sure. We'll go ahead and take 12 extra ships. I'll set them on spotting duty in, let's say, the English Channel. Let's give them somebody. You have really good positioning, visibility. You're better at spotting. You do this for spotting in the area. Once we're done transferring the troops, I'll set these guys to a strike force. It's not a very strong navy. But, again, it doesn't need to be very strong because it's a very advanced navy. All right, now we have Flanders Wallonia to worry about. So let's go ahead and drag that out and be ready for that. Brittany still hasn't fallen? No. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Look at that. 700 soft attack over here there. Wow, that'll work. All right, now a lot of Eastern Europe is being called in. Brittany is out. Good. And let's reorganize some of these lines because it looks stupid. And let's mainly work along the river, get up to Paris. And we'll have to start working around toward Brussels and stuff as well, and Antwerp. Get all that out of the way. So, Paris. We are in Paris, actually. We've taken that. Did we finish with the collaboration government? No, we have 1 month to go with France. We may not get this collaboration government. Depends on how quickly they are going to capitulate. Once we have a collaboration government, I'll bet you these guys fall apart right away. Here come some troops. They are not landing as effectively as I expected, but let's see if we can at least help out with Belfast. I just need to take something. I don't really care what it is. I just need to take something out of Ireland. Where are my other two? Why haven't you guys landed yet? Oh, there they are. All right, so they're on their way. They've almost landed. Come on. Okay, some of my troops are having to retreat. I don't like this current situation that I find myself in. How quickly can I build a naval base? Not very quickly, I'm guessing. It does usually take a little while. I need these troops to retreat. I need planes, and I need supply. More than anything. Good news is, I've been building transport planes for this exact reason. So if we get a bunch of air superiority over Ireland, plus over here, we get transport planes, as many as I'm able to fit, which is only like 30-something, and do supplies here. Maybe we can start keeping these guys alive long enough for another attempt. That's what I'm going to be shooting for. And let's take you guys. We'll try for this again. I just need to land successfully here in Belfast. But we don't have much supply, so we're kind of on the clock with this one. The one good thing that's going for me here in Ireland is I have over 1,000 defense that I can make use of. That's pretty huge. So even when they're trying to knock out my organization, we have at least some time here. They'll still win eventually simply by virtue of burning down that organization, but we're getting somewhere. Now we've got to try to land these guys again quickly before it's too late. Fun new dockyards, good. I also just made my navy slightly better. I like to go to armory training at this point because I think the only thing left for me to do is literally just start training up a bunch more divisions. Specifically of the, well, actually not these guys, the super mecha variety. Which takes some time, and I'm very low on manpower, so it's probably time to swap over to service by requirement, which does hurt my economy, but at this point, our economy's looking pretty good. So we'll go ahead and start working on that. Anything else naval to work on? Not really, but more engineers and stuff like that in 1945 would be great. I'm trying to pin this down. We just need to win a fight over here. I just need to win a good fight. Can you guys assist over here and win this? Not really, no. Okay, hang on. How long? Oh, God, we're going to lose troops here in Ireland, aren't we? We might lose troops here in Ireland. I just need to win a good fight. Hang on, they've only got 1 cavalry. We should be able to win this. Oh, there we go. Okay, we landed. Boom! All right, we saved them. You guys are going to get deployed up over here. Deplete this. Okay. So now we've got our troops situated here in Belfast. We just need to entrench. We'll be okay. Lend-leases? Am I out of something? I'm out of artillery. Wow, because I used a lot of it up for these new units. Sure, as we get more factories, let's produce more a little bit faster. Would hate to run out of that. Hejaz capitulated. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Syria's doing things down over here. Oh, they landed troops in Egypt in force. Well, as annoying as all that is in Africa, I'd rather they continue diverting a lot of their forces down there rather than in Europe. This still kind of works to my favor, at least to some extent. It is July. If we can just hold out till August, I think France falls. How close are they? France is 70% of the way towards capitulation. They lose like 20% with a collaboration government. So all we have to do is like push into Lyon and we'll be done with that. Then we set up a new front line over here and we start pushing aggressively in that area. Let's continue getting some more spies in Germany. Where are you? You're all set up where I want you to be. You're all fine. Okay. Yeah, let's get some spies set up here in Germany so we can have at least some sort of an intel advantage, if nothing else. Let's see. Prepare collaboration government with Austria. I guess we might as well do that. Sure. All right, I think I need to end this video because it's been like an hour and a half of recording for me. I think that's going to end up being a lot shorter just because of the way things went, but I have no idea for sure. So I'll probably cut a lot of content out. But the war's begun. Third World War. This is it for all the marbles. We win this, we win the world, baby. Nothing else will be able to handle me. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, and I say that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.